Alrighty, and welcome back to the Mother-Daughter Disney podcast. My name's Amanda. I'm here with my lovely mother.
Hi, I'm Janette.
And this is our third time playing a Would You Rather Walt Disney World version. All of these 10 Would You Rathers I came up with myself. They are fully created by me. Did not use anything to come up with these. I know some people use AI to do this. Did not use AI. I literally just sat there at my desk thinking, what sounds chaotic and wild? I kid you not. I was like, what would be wild? So, all right, our first one. Would you rather be trapped for a full 24 hours in Pandora and the blue people are actually real and walking around with you? Or would you rather be trapped for a full 24 hours in Galaxy's Edge and the Star Wars characters are also real and walking around with you?
Oh my God, this is tough for me.
So I pictured it being in the park, but I guess you can almost say it's like, which world would you rather be trapped in for 24 hours?
Well,
so
should I go first?
Yeah, you can
Pandora.
First. Pandora.
Pandora, because I think Pandora is
the blue people are like 10 to 11 feet tall, right?
I didn't realize they were 11 feet tall. Okay, well, it
like
doesn't matter how tall they are.
Tall.
That's okay. I didn't realize.
I just realized my mom's
really?
my mom's never seen the movies.
I didn't know they were that tall.
I'll show you a clip from the movie. You can see a human next to them.
Okay, I learned something new
today.
They're
like 10 to 11 feet tall.
It doesn't matter.
Huge.
It doesn't matter because I don't think I could take Star Wars for 24 hours.
I feel like Star Wars would be scary because it's like Black Spire's outpost is supposed to be an outpost. Like they're supposed to be filled kind of with nefarious people, right? Or nefarious creatures.
Yeah,
so it's like
and stuff like that.
You know, like the bounty hunters and stuff like that.
I mean, Pandora, I'm not a Pandora fan. I mean, I don't watch the movies. I don't do any of the things. I think it's very interesting. I think the land is very interesting. I think the people are very interesting. But if I had a choice, I'd still go with Pandora, even if they were 10 or 11 feet tall. It doesn't matter to me if I have to look
I guess
up
in
at
theory, they would definitely be nicer, I think, overall.
Yes, I think it would be a better experience for me. It's more, I don't know. I'm probably speaking a little ignorantly because I've not seen the movies. I mean, do they have any mean people that would...
Yeah, they do. At first, they really dislike the humans. But,
okay.
There's,
yeah, but by the time they're spending 24 hours with me, it would be fine.
I think I would pick Galaxy's Edge just because I do love Star Wars. Okay. And I think it'd be really fun, even if I just sat in the corner and I was scared.
Oh yeah, for you
even
it
if
would be
I got pickpocketed or something like
for me,
that.
I'd be stuck.
I think I would still have fun with the Star Wars characters.
Okay.
So, all right, number 2. Would you rather not have to wait for any ride queue, but you cannot pick any food you eat for your entire trip, or get any dining reservation or food you want to eat, but you cannot pick the time of year you go to the parks?
Oh wow. Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay.
So either you get easy to go on the rides, but you don't get to pick any food you eat at all, or you can get all the dining reservations and food that you want, but you don't know what time of year you're going.
Okay, my choice would be I would go and get all my dining reservations, and whatever part of the year I got, I deal with it.
Just deal with it.
I've dealt with it before, and I've survived, so I think I could deal with it.
All right,
what would you
that's
do?
Fair. Honestly, I think I would do that too, because I think because I am a vegetarian and I'm kind of a picky eater, even being a vegetarian, I think I would want to say on my food.
Yeah. You're
However,
also food driven.
But actually, no, I'm going to change my mind because I think I would do not waiting for rides because I am very ride motivated and I do like trying new foods. And I feel like sometimes when we go to Disney, we do end up, because we only go a few times a year, we always like to get our favorites. So maybe that would force me to try some new foods. I don't know. So maybe I'll do that. I'm trying new foods.
No, not me.
I'm leaving it in the hands of fate.
I look forward to certain foods and certain things. I don't mind trying new places, which we try to do every time we go down. We try to go to at least one new place. But I don't mind trying new places. But no, I don't care. And
I'll say I struggle sometimes to like pick new snacks or pick new things I want to have.
Yeah, you always want to go for the basics.
It's hard. It is hard because we only go a few times a year. So it's like, well, I want to get my favorites because I can't get them, any other time of the year.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, well, I want to try the new stuff, but it's like, but I want my favorites too. It's that push and pull. So I feel like this would force me then to maybe try new stuff.
Okay, well, good for you. Nope, I'm going for the food.
All right, number 3. I try to put some short ones between the long runs. So, all right, would you rather the Enchanted Tiki Room closes forever or It's a Small World closes forever? And this is assumed as closing globally. So the international parks would also be closed too. So you can only see the Enchanted Tiki Room or It's a Small World.
I hate to say it, but as much as I love the Enchanted Tiki Room, it would go down.
You would pick It's a Small World?
Small World. As much as I love both of them, It's a Small World holds a special place in my heart.
I think I would pick It's a Small World too, honestly, just because I think it's what started it all to a certain extent, right?
It's got a special place in my heart.
At the World's Fair, it's like that's what started it all. Was It's a Small World?
That's where I saw it. World's Fair.
I think I wouldn't picture Disney without It's a Small World.
Yes.
So I'd also pick It's a Small World. So, all right, number 4. Would you rather a Disney song plays quietly in the background of your entire day on repeat? So the same song is playing on repeat for the entire day. You can still hear the other. I actually put this on this. You can still hear the other things going on. There's just that one song that's playing on repeat for the entire day. Okay. Or you go on every Disney ride with no music or sound. It's just complete silence.
Oh, I would rather take this music playing in the background.
You don't think
I
it's
have all
annoying?
days like when that's happening in this house. I'm a person of sound, so sometimes the TV's on. I'm doing
So you
this.
think you would just be able to tune it out after a while? Like the
Yeah, I
same
think what would
song
happen
played
is
on
it would just
repeat?
tune it out because it would just be an extra sound because it would depend upon what I pay attention to. Like at night, if I'm watching a show while I'm doing my exercise bike, there are times when on the commercials come on, I put the music on, but sometimes I leave the music on if I want to listen to what I'm listening to, and I'm still paying attention to the TV while the music's on.
So you just like
so
to
you're
overst-
asking a person who, yes.
You're saying I just like to overstimulate my
Yes.
auditory.
Oh yeah, my auditory is overstimulated all the time. Okay, so that's an easy question. That wasn't even a choice for me.
All right,
What
no,
would
that's
you
fine.
do?
I think I would actually. So when we were on It's a Small World and we did get stuck and we had to be evacuated off the ride, they did turn the music off.
Yes,
They turned all the
they
sound
did.
off. So we were sitting on It's a Small World for about, I would say, 15 minutes without any sound. And it's funny because the dolls are just turning, right?
Yeah, just
Those little
twirling
penguins
around.
were spinning a little circle, right? And I would say I thought it was actually really fun to look at
okay,
the
see
ride
it?
without any
Yeah.
sound and music. So I feel like I'd almost just do that just because I think it'd be really interesting. Just
okay.
like from that point of view. Just interesting, I guess, is all.
Yeah.
So yes, I think I'll do that just for my own enjoyment, if I'm being honest. But all right, our next one. Would you rather be invited to be a part of one of the parades, like you could be one of the float of the parades or something, or would you rather get an exclusive firework viewing spot?
Oh, I'd rather have an exclusive firework viewing
Yeah, I think
spot.
I'd rather
Being in
do
a
that
parade
too.
does not interest me at all.
No, I would also want an
Oh,
exclusive
okay.
fireworks spot too. I think that'd be really fun. I know years and years ago, our cousins one time got picked to be part of the
When
parade.
they came
so
through the
told
gate,
us
they
about
picked
that.
them to be with the family
Yeah.
at the parade.
Yeah,
they were
never-
very excited.
They were, yeah. We've never been a part of the Disney parades, but I would say we're not big parade people for the most
No,
part.
I don't
love
have
the
to be in the
parades.
parade. I mean, I like seeing the parades.
Yeah, I love the parades, but I'm definitely more fireworks.
I don't have to be in the front
oriented.
row. I don't have to,
All right, up next. Would you rather, in order to get off Pirates of the Caribbean, you must sword fight Captain Jack Sparrow? You don't have to win, you just must sword fight him. Or would you rather walk through the Haunted Mansion attraction with only a dim flashlight, but you must walk through the whole ride in the dark with only the dim flashlight to get out?
Oh, I'd rather go against Jack Sparrow.
The sword
I think
fight
that
Jack
would be
Sparrow.
fun.
All right, what if he was like earnestly trying to sword fight you?
Oh, no, well, if he's earnestly trying that would be dangerous.
He won't kill you, but you know.
Yes, dangerous, but I
You have to still earnestly sword fight him to get
Yes,
off the
okay,
ride.
that would be fine. I would do that.
I think I would do that too because I think I'd be too scared actually to go through Haunted Mansion with a flashlight.
I mean, like I said, the Haunted Mansion is fun to go through and say, oh, this is all, I'm just not a scary person.
I'm not either. It's funny because I know a lot of people say like Haunted Mansion's not scary, it's just a little
God, it is.
spooky.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was actually very scared.
Yeah,
of
there
the
are some
ride.
things in there that I don't actually look at.
Yeah, there were,
Yeah.
when I was a kid too, what scared me the most when I was a kid was at the end when they say it's like, oh, a ghost will follow you home. And that used to scare me so much when I was a kid.
because you thought they were
'Cause
actually coming?
I didn't understand that it's like, that I thought a ghost was with us. And I remember like getting out of the ride and you get back into like the heat of Florida and like the hustle and bustle of Magic Kingdom, be like, but the ghost is following us home.
God.
Like it took me many years until I was like a teenager to be like, oh, it's just all pretend, right?
all
Like it's
pretend.
just all pretend. But for a long time it did it creeped me out.
Now,
I
see, if
guess
you
I
would have
should
told
say.
us that, we would have said to you, Amanda, it's all pretend. They're
Well, the
only
thing is,
teasing
though,
you.
I think I knew it was pretend even as a kid, but like it still is just creepy. Like
Creepy.
that thought would like creeped me
There are
out.
a
I
whole
didn't
lot
like
of things
it.
in the
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion to me that are very creepy.
Yeah.
But it's a ride. You go through it, and I mean that's probably the only scary ride I actually go through. I don't go through haunted houses. I don't go through haunted mazes. I don't go through haunted anything.
Last year, me and Ted went through some haunted mazes because we got in for free with one of his friends, and they were scary.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
tell
telling you,
they
I
were-
don't do those.
And it's one of those things where it's funny because like the scare actor, the scare actors couldn't touch you. I don't think any of the scare actors. We weren't allowed to touch them, obviously.
Right.
But I know in some of the ones they are allowed
Right.
to touch you or like
No.
push you around a little bit very gently. So yeah, in ours that was not allowed.
Right.
But they could come up very close to you as a thing,
Close
so
to
they
you.
can kind of get into your face and everything. And I remember when I was a kid too, because I was a very frightful child, right? They said that if you're watching a horror film and you are scared, you shouldn't close your eyes because you'll associate the sounds from when you close your eyes later on.
okay.
So instead, you should just look away or like look down. So just keep your eyes covered,
never
but keep
heard
your
that.
eyes
Okay.
open. So that stuck with me my whole life because I've always been a frightful person, right? So I remember when we were at this like scare maze, I remember I just kept my eyes down the whole
Down.
time and just like cowering,
Yeah.
right? But there's this scare actor who was like on all fours, like crawling around.
So he
they
was right under your
crawled
face.
under me, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, see,
right?
thank God in Haunted Mansion you don't have that. Okay, that's the reason I can go through Haunted Mansion because you're sitting in those things. Nobody's coming near you. Nobody's touching you. Nobody's doing anything. And like you said, if you don't want to do it, you just look at something else because there's always so much to look
Yeah.
at. So that saves you. And that's the only reason I go through
Again,
Haunted
I think
Mansion.
I'd be scared of walking through Haunted Mansion.
Yes,
with just
I
a
don't wanna go
flash.
through
Honestly,
there.
most of the dark rides, if you had to walk through just a flash, it'd
Oh,
be a
yeah.
little creepy. So, All right, let's go to our next one. All right. Would you rather only be able to rope drop the parks, but then you must leave by 11 a.m., or you are not allowed to enter the park until 7 p.m., but you get to stay for 1 hour after the park closes all to yourself?
No, I like the morning one.
You still do the morning?
Personally, okay, because we're talking personally here.
That's fair.
I would never make it to the nighttime. At 7 o'clock, I'm already ready to go.
But then you get a
home.
whole hour after the park
I don't
closes.
care. I'm already ready to go home. I'm trying to figure out how when we go to the Christmas party, I'm going to stay awake, okay, to stay for the Christmas party. Because I don't sleep late.
I know. When we did the moonlight hours, the moonlight magic hours one time, the park was open till like 12 or 1, and we still left a little
earlier.
By like
we
11.
We had tired ourselves out by that time, and we had arms full of snacks and all.
We did. We got a lot of free stuff at that thing.
Now there's a tip: you go to Moonlight Magic, bring a bag.
Yeah, we didn't know that at the time.
Yes.
But all right, I think I would do until 7 p.m. and then
Yes,
just
you
stay
would.
1 hour
Yes,
after.
I could
I would
see
love
that.
to have the empty park, right? 1 hour after.
Yes, I could see that.
And when we were kids, especially too, Disney still will do some late extended hours, especially in the summer. They'll have some crazy late extension hours, but they don't do them as much anymore. But when we were kids, they used to have some that would go into like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning that the park would stay open for certain people. So I remember me and my brother did a few of those where we stayed real late.
Yes.
Yeah, real late into the park.
We all went back to the hotel. They got up and left and went back to the park.
Yeah, it was always so fun when we did that. Again, Disney doesn't do that as much anymore, but they still will have pockets of time where they'll still have some crazy. But all right, up next, would you rather watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks, but the person in front of you has their phone up the entire time, or get stuck on the Carousel of Progress for a full hour and the music continues to play, or the scene and music continue to play? So you're basically watching the Magic Kingdom fireworks through the person's phone in front of you, or you have to sit on the Carousel of Progress for a full hour watching the same scene over and over again.
I think I would rather just put up with being out in the fireworks.
Fireworks.
I don't know, because that's a tough one. Carousel of Progress doesn't bother me as much if it went around,
Well, no, in this one you're stuck in the same room.
Oh, the same room for a whole
same
hour?
room. Yeah, you're stuck for a whole hour.
You're thinking back to when you got stuck.
Well, this has happened to us once where we got stuck. The first time Ted was on Carousel of Progress, we got stuck in the same room, and the room repeated, I think, 2 full times. And on the third time, the cast member came out and we were escorted out. So we only had to listen to it twice.
No, I think I'd stick with the fireworks.
The fireworks. So I think for me, it would depend, because sometimes you go on the Carousel of Progress for a break to sit down.
Oh, so you could.
So I think at a certain point, maybe if I knew we were stuck, I'd be like, well, I'm just going to
put my
close
head
my
back.
eyes, put my head back. At a certain point, it's like, well, I'm just going to take out my phone, right? And just
Right,
like
do
entertain
whatever you wanna
myself on my
do.
phone and
Okay.
still have Wi-Fi, right? So I'm sitting down there. When we were in Disney last in January, it was pouring rain,
Oh,
and
God,
we
yeah.
ducked into Carousel of Progress, got out of the rain for a little bit. Then the rain was worse when we got out.
Oh, right. It would have been better if we were stuck in there for an hour.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's like sometimes it's like maybe it's not so bad getting
Not so
stuck
bad
on
being
something,
stuck
sitting
somewhere.
down. So I don't know. I think I would do that, because I think I would utilize my time. I
Utilize
don't
the
know.
time?
So utilize the break time, because sometimes if you're forced to take a break during a park day, it's a good thing, because otherwise you can just be running from thing to thing.
No,
and
especially if
taking
you're
no breaks.
Amanda. See,
So-
I force Amanda to take a break.
All right, we got 2 more here. All right, up next. Would you rather always win on Toy Story Mania, and your family doesn't know how or why you keep getting so many points? So you're always winning, but no one knows why you're always winning, and they just think you're that good, right? Or always get lucky that a character who just happens to be out and about always stops to interact with you and say hi and take a photo. So for instance, we've seen like when we were there last, we saw Rapunzel and Flynn Rider just happened to be walking around the Tangled area. So for instance, they would just happen to walk by you, talk to you, maybe take a photo with you. And the France Pavilion, Belle sometimes will walk around with a book, so sometimes you get a chance to say hi to her, talk to her, or something like that. And so yeah, recently we've seen some more characters out and about. So yeah, so would you rather, again, always be winning at Toy Story Mania? No one knows why you're winning, but you just happen to be winning all the time, or have little character interactions just throughout the day?
Okay, I want to win.
You want to win?
I don't care about
I wasn't sure
interacting
what you were
with
going to pick for this one.
Yeah,
so.
I don't care about interacting with the characters. I think the characters are nice to look at because of their costumes and different things, but I have no want to interact with the characters.
So it's funny, because I think I would actually pick the characters, because
Really?
I don't like to do the meet and greets. Like I can't stand on a line and be forced to meet and greet with a character, because I feel really awkward.
like the
But I think if
casual-
they just happened to walk up and we just said hello and then we got a quick photo, or and passing
and
by,
then
then they
kept
left.
going?
I feel like to me that'd be more meaningful, because it'd feel that authenticity, right? Too.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my gosh, I was in the Tangled area, and like I just said hi to Rapunzel, and it's just like, how cool is that? So
No, I never win. I want to just once walk off and go. I always get the lowest score, and I connect. And this is the deal. I never know why I'm getting the lowest score because I'm doing what everybody else is doing.
Well, I'll never forget Toy Story Mania or even the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin is reopening soon. I'll never forget we're on Space Ranger spin, the Buzz Lightyear, and my mom was convinced that her little gun was broken. She was just like, mine's not working.
Because I'm telling you, it's exactly the opposite of what Amanda just said. I am always the one that loses because I'm the lowest, and I don't know why. Nobody knows why.
Nobody knows why. I think we know why. I think I know why, but it's okay if you don't accept that why.
I don't want to accept it.
That's okay. We'll just say the gun's broken, right? Okay. We'll just say it's not working. All right, no, that's fair. So, he'll be shocked to dad when you suddenly start wedding. He's like, what's going on?
I would love that.
Normally either me or my dad won.
Yeah, thank you. I would love to beat them, so forget the characters. Okay.
All right, our final one. Would you rather only be able to walk around Epcot's World Showcase for a day, but you cannot eat any of the food or go on any of the rides? You can only like walk around and enjoy the ambiance. Or would you rather only be able to walk the front part of the park for the day, but you can only go on the rides? Wait, no. Okay, wait. You can only go on the rides. You can eat the food, but you're only in the front half of the park.
Okay, you're only in the front half of the park for that day, but you can eat the food, go on the rides, do everything.
You can go on the rides, do everything you want.
Or you can just go to the back of the park and just go to the front of the park. Just go to the back of the park another day. Most of the time, the back of the park, all I really want to do is walk around and get the ambiance. So that would be fine for me on a regular basis. So no, I would go with the front of the park because there's so much to do in the front of the park. Technically, going between the land and the other pavilions and stuff. I would rather do the front of the park and be able to eat and do and whatever.
Yeah, this one was kind of just testing us, like which area, like how much, because I know we both love the World Showcase. There's like how much,
yes.
Like what would it take for you not to go to the World Showcase? Basically, is what it was. But I do agree. It's like I do love the ambiance of the World Showcase, but I do think it would be hard if I couldn't eat any of the fun snacks or something like that. That's one of the main things I like to do in the World Showcase.
Right, that's the most fun. It's like going from country to country and seeing what they're having and what they're doing.
And I feel like also Epcot now, since they've finished a lot of the renovations, the front half is great, right?
Yeah,
it's like there were a couple of years there where there wasn't a lot to do in the front half of Epcot, right? You're kind of just, it was all barriers. It was like kind of hard, honestly, to navigate around.
Talk about walking.
Yeah.
Because every time you wanted to go someplace, you had to go around.
Go all the way around. Yes. I know, that was the worst. Getting from like the land to like to
and
the
I think the time we went there that time, it was like 100 degrees too, which didn't help.
Yeah, no shade because there's all barriers.
But now that it's all open, there's just so much to do. I would agree too.
I think now that the front part of Epcot is done, I think it's great. That's why I do look forward to like Animal. I realized I had none on here that are specific to Animal Kingdom. So that was the thing with Animal Kingdom is I think once the Tropical Americas land opens, I think that park again will have such a much bigger draw to come to that park again to do more fun stuff, to see more fun things,
to see more fun things, and that would connect the lands to go through and stuff. Yes, definitely.
Yes, I do look forward to that in Animal Kingdom. But all right, that was our 10 chaotic, impossible would you rathers. Again, all of these were just made up by me.
You did a good job. Some of them were good.
I'm just pointing out that AI did not help because I know other podcasts do use AI for some of their production. I did not do that. I just sat there and I thought, what sounds wild, right? So that is how I did that. But all right, so this is normally we have a little bit of Disney news. Again, this is a very pre-recorded episode just because we're both traveling a lot in the future.
Yes.
I'm actually going to Disneyland very soon.
That's right. Amanda will have one on
we'll
Disneyland.
Have some Disneyland episodes coming up soon, which is fun. We have not been to Disneyland in 9 years, and we only went the one time.
9 years ago.
We've only been to Disneyland one time, and we went 9 years ago. So it was our first time going, and I only took like 3 photos, which is wild to think about that. 9 years ago, I only took 3 photos.
Well, there'll be a lot this trip, I'm sure.
You want to know how many photos and videos I took when I went to Disneyland Paris? Like over 3,000.
Yes,
in Disneyland
I can
Paris.
imagine. Yes,
because there's like we went there before. I was really into taking photos and stuff like that at the parks, but very excited to go. But all right, so now we have our Disney memory. Do you have a Disney memory for today's podcast?
Disney memory. Oh my God, I don't know. We talked about so many different things. I'm trying to think of a memory that's specific to one of them.
So for my Disney memory, I have it saved somewhere. So, but I remember talking about the characters when they just come up to you. I remember it was when I just started vlogging, right? So I was just like, I'm going to start vlogging our trips. It'll be fun. It's still in the vlog to this day. I was walking my parents. I had just gone to Big Thunder Mountain and we were having dinner at Skipper Canteen. And so I was walking through Frontierland and I was filming myself saying I was just on Big Thunder Mountain. I'm going to Skipper Canteen. And behind me, one of the country bears in Frontierland came up behind me and he he scared me like for fun. And so in the camera, you can see him as he's coming up, but I didn't see him because I was looking up, like I wasn't looking at the camera. So when I looked down back at my phone at like the viewfinder, I saw him on my shoulder and I jumped and I was like, oh my God. So then he was there and the cast member next to him was laughing and I was just like, oh my gosh. It was quite funny though, honestly.
She was not paying attention.
I forget his name because I know all the country bears do have names, but it was quite funny though. And that's why it's like, that's why I do love when you just happen to be out
Well, the other
about and
funny
you see the
thing, I can come up with a
characters,
memory. It's technically your
Yeah.
memory more than mine. Is that remember you bought that gold rain jacket?
Oh, I did. Yes, I had.
Amanda
I
had this gold
yeah.
rain jacket. I mean, it was not Amanda's usual
It's
style.
a metallic gold.
Yes, it was
rain
metallic
jacket.
gold.
I still have
rain
it.
Jacket.
I still love
yes.
it. Yeah.
It's a beautiful jacket. It was one of the designers from the outlets. Okay, so she bought this rain jacket. So she brings it to Disney, and she was very out of character for Amanda to begin with to be wearing a gold jacket. But she was
gold is
wearing
my favorite color,
She was wearing
so.
this gold jacket, and we're walking through Disney, and it was kind of rainy
We're
and
in
different
Animal
things.
Kingdom.
And what's the guy's name?
McQuack, I think.
McQuack, the guy,
Yeah.
the big duck that's dressed in the airline, the old fashioned
Launchpad McQuack is his name.
Yes, big tall guy, big tall character with the things, and he tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Love that jacket."
Yeah, he was like
Kept on
walking
walking.
up to us, and we were.
Yes.
I was because he was very tall.
Very
It was
tall.
A little
He was a
scary at
big
first.
character,
Yeah,
yes.
but yeah, he kept pointing, and we realized when he was pantomiming, he was saying that he liked my jacket, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
Like I'm a bit awkward when I talk to characters. So I was just like, I don't know what to say.
He looked
to
at her, he
him.
like pointed at the jacket and went like,
Yeah, so-
and it was so funny. And I remember that because it was really cute. It was like
was.
just a very, talk about attracting attention to yourself. First of all, this jacket did attract attention wherever
Everyone
it
always
went.
had a comment on that. I
Yes.
still have it. I don't wear it as much as I
You
used
should,
to.
because now it's back in
Yeah.
style again. But I got to tell you, that jacket was very loud. So it did attract attention. And in Disney, most people don't wear things like that. They're wearing sweatshirts. They're wearing this. They're wearing that. So it did. But what he did, he was walking, I guess, to wherever he was going with his cast member. And he did stop just
Yeah.
to
No, I remember
tap
that
you
too.
on the shoulder and tell you, I
That's,
like that
that's
jacket.
why I love those little character interactions, not in the meet and greet line, because they're just
Yeah.
fun. They're just different. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Well, that always makes,
over.
especially for the kids and especially for the younger ones, it does make it very memorable.
It does, yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I picked that over beating
Yes.
you in Toy Story.
No, me, I want to beat. See, at my age, I want to beat somebody
That's
in Toy
fair.
Story.
All right. Well, we will end our podcast on our Disney quote. So our Disney quote for today ties back to one of our Would You Rathers, but it's not all treasures silver and gold, mate. Do you know who said that?
Jack Sparrow.
You did. Jack Sparrow and the Curse of the Black Pearl.
That's 2 for 2
yeah,
quotes.
that's one
right.
of my favorite quotes from Disney. So that's why I want to do this one early
Yeah,
on.
I got 2 quotes right.
All right, but thanks everyone for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. Make sure you give us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or leave a comment down below if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know how you picked on these Would You Rathers on our social media, Almost Amanda X. I hope everyone had fun with these. Yeah, this is our third one. I'm sure we'll do more in the future too, but they're very fun for us to come up with as well. So yeah, we'd love to know what you picked, but until then,